So here in Korea, if you look up at the mountains and the hills, you see these little clearings, these little clearing spots, little grassy areas with these little dirt mounds, and they are burial spots, little little family cemeteries. I don't know what the significance of them is. I don't know. I don't know anything about them, and I don't know if I'm even supposed to be sitting here. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for doing this, but I I find that these are the best places in Korea to get away from the commotion, to get away from technology and noise and traffic and people. You know, this part of the world is just so densely populated, and I go crazy. You know, I go crazy sitting inside my little cement box in the middle of you know, whatever you want to call it, a concrete chicken box, chicken cage. So I just like to come up here to reflect and be by myself and think and enjoy the sun and the beautiful spring weather and the animals and just noise of nature. Uh, yeah, sorry that I haven't made too many updates on my blog. You know, I was hoping to have spent a lot more time, had a lot more time going around Korea and documenting a lot of stuff on camera and getting a lot of language use on camera. I'm hoping that from now on, over the next few months, I'm going to get lots of time to do that. I made the mistake of coming here and working for an academy, for a hagwon. I don't recommend anybody do that. You know, if your goal is to come here and learn the language, it's really not the best thing to do. I should have come here and taken a different kind of job. Just because the time that you have, the free time that you have is just so limited, and it's really exhausting work. So I just haven't been able to do much outside of my job. I've had a bit of free time, but I've had to make the choice to use that free time to put into the learning Korean rather than working on my blog, my website, and video updates, which take a lot of hours to do. You know, it just takes so many hours to put that stuff together. And if I was working on that, I wouldn't have time to actually work on the language, which is more important to me. So I've had to sort of make that sacrifice. Hopefully that will change shortly. I've made as I've written on my blog, every day now I have a talk quota, what I call a talk quota, where before the day is out, I have to reach a certain number of conversations. I have to have a certain number of chats with people, quality conversations and unfamiliar content. I have to do it. This is something that I've forced myself to do, and this takes up a lot of time as well. You know, like I spend about maximum 30 minutes a day doing actual study, and the rest of the time is just usage. I guess one good thing about working at the hagwon, the academy, is I pretty much get to practice the language all day. I'm not really supposed to use Korean in the classroom, but I find time, usually at the end of my lessons and between lessons and so on, and with my co-workers to use Korean as much as possible. So I'm getting a lot of hours a day, a lot of hours, a lot of exposure, and that's been one good thing about it. But now I'm constantly trying to just push myself up to that next level, take myself out of my comfort zone as much as possible and make it happen. So I'm just hoping that over the next couple of months that I'm here, I'll be able to get out and put a lot of video together and document a lot of my time here. You know, this is not about cultural stuff so much. I mean, there are a lot of really good bloggers and video bloggers out there who are doing that already. I just want to look at Korea from from the perspective of somebody who's learning Korean. And this is what matters. This is what matters to me at the moment. So thanks for watching, guys.